Hello everyone, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window Life. I am so happy you guys are here. This is an amazing Friday. It's raining outside. Boy, this season in California we got so much wonderful rain, but you know what? With rain comes flowers. Last weekend, I went to a show in Manteca up north, and it was amazing to drive and see all the flowers just popping. So you could see like the mountains with the snow, and below green grass and orange poppies. So this year I know that we're gonna have amazing super bloom here in California, and I can't wait to go out there and take some pictures of those beautiful flowers. And speaking of things popping and blooming, guess what? Our studio is full of blooms and new ideas and all sprouts of new fun things. And I have some amazing things for you, some announcement, some updates. So we're gonna talk about Stars Upon Stars today again, because that quilt along is coming up, and I wanna update you on the date when it's gonna start exactly. So we're gonna talk about that. Then I would love to show you some things that I bought at the show when I was at Manteca. Quilt shows are amazing. You show your quilts, you enjoy everybody's company, and you get so inspired. And you know what? I got inspired with some embroidery. So I want to show you a few things that I picked it up. Then I have some fun technique for you to see it. We may be asking some question and having a little contest for you, so stay tuned. We're gonna have so much fun with that. But I want to show you stars upon the shooting star block. When I went to the show, everybody was asking about this quilt and wanted me to show them. So I thought we have a video online, but doing it live allows you to ask a question, how I fold it, what I press, any concern. You have to try this block. It's from this quilt right here, and I think you would really enjoy it. Then, guess what? We have a kit for this quilt, the Blooming Star kit. It's available on our website. We just restocked them. So I want to show you the kit, and I have a few other little surprises for you of new kits that are being restocked and put to the website. So stay tuned and enjoy it. We're gonna start with our Stars Upon Stars. I'm gonna move those things to the side, and we're getting ready for our quilt along. Guys, we have never ever got such an amazing response to a quilt along. You have waited long enough to want to do this cute, amazing quilt with me. We're gonna be working on one block at a time. I'm gonna show you all the step by step for one block, and then we're gonna keep going and keep checking with you how you're working on your quilt. We have planned this quilt along for 3 weeks. You're not gonna be making the whole quilt in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, we're gonna go and learn the technique to make a beautiful block. We're gonna start with our outside star, then we're gonna go for the inside star, and then we're gonna go ahead and do sashings and corner stars and all the fun things. Since we have got such an amazing response, we're so thankful to you guys, but we're slightly overwhelmed. We are shifting the date to start our quilt along 1 week. We're supposed to start this Wednesday. All our videos are taped, ready, set, go, but you guys don't have your stuff yet because we're working as hard, as fast as we can, and we filling up your orders. So let's do 1 week shift. That way everybody have the fabric, the templates, and books and patterns and everything they need. For this quilt alone, we have beautiful templates that I'm gonna show you in just a moment. You can purchase a pattern or a book. The directions are in it, and I want to talk to you about the directions in a book, in a pattern. There is a little update in it, so I want to make sure that everybody know about it. Now we have a light bundle, dark bundle. You can use primrose, or go ahead into your stars, start pulling fat eights. This whole quilt is based on fat eights. You don't have to have all the fabrics at once. You could have enough pulled out and ready, set, go for the day that we start our quilt. I am super excited about this quilt. I started on mine. I made the step by step for our videos. there's no stopping. It is truly like potato chips. You make a one, you want to make another one and another one and another one, and those little stars are so so cute. So this quilt is based on scraps, so it's very easy to accommodate the fabric for it because you can really mix and match anything you need. And my first class, where I'm showing you how to make this basic 8-point star, also includes all the information how I take these bundles, take them apart, and start pulling my color combinations and put them next to me. I just pulled up a few pieces from this fabric because I wanted to talk to you about something. There is an update for the pattern in the book. Notice when you open the book, all your strips, your fat 8, 9 by 21, and the 21 length, I'm going to rely on it. I'm updating the pattern right now that the strips in the patterns were 20, they need to be 21. I took it for granted. You know how fabric width, I usually don't measure my fabric. I just cut my strip at the width, for example, 1 1/4. I'm gonna cut a strip, and then I cut it the full length of my fat 8. And I am so lucky to design for Endover because when you take a ruler and measure the fabric, all of the fabric from Endover is at least 21 inches long for the fat 8, and I need you to have that. So I'm so sorry. I wish I was perfect, but stuff like this happen. I don't know how. Can't explain it. I beat myself more than you guys can imagine. I want to be perfect for you, but I'm not, I guess. So, but I went and checked all the bundles. Your fabrics are better than ever, long enough. So that's what I think that came from, that I didn't even pay attention. I took it for granted that all my fabrics are just, if it's 42, 44 width of fabric, I cut it in half, and that length, that's what I use it. So it's on average 21 and up, and I measure all different fabrics, just few I pulled out here, and they're just right. But in case your fabric is only 20 inches long, it's okay. Cut your strips, cut your diamond when we start doing it. And what's so nice about this quilt, that you can go, if you're missing one little diamond, you go ahead and get a scrap. That is what is gonna add to the look of the quilt. If all your pieces are not exactly the same, for example, you have pinks and suddenly you choose a different color pink for another diamond, it's still gonna give you a really nice value and nice frame. Don't stress over. I'm already stressing enough and worry enough for all of us, guys. So please don't stress. And like I said, we're gonna update the pattern. All that you have to do is just remember that when you cut in your strips, don't trim them down, just keep them at whatever length they are. So if you're cutting a strip, you just leave it alone this way for that 21 inches. And we will be sending an email to everybody just to remind them that this is that update, so you are ready, set, go. And if any one of you have made it already cuts, made a mistake, just email me. I will take care of you. You know us. Our customer service and myself, I always worry and make sure that I take care of everything. Like I said, I want it to be perfect for you guys. Now, the templates are so cute and so much fun, so easy to use. How do I know? Because I already have made my blocks with it for our videos, and it worked so nice. And I love that when I was cutting my strips, cut, and suddenly, even not because I was missing a fabric, I just won an extra different diamond in my quilt. I love those conversation pieces. I went and looked at for the smallest scraps, put my template on it, cut a little diamond, and it worked great. There's so many beautiful pieces in this set. More about it at our videos. And what I'm going to do, when we do our quilt along, because it's such a success, so many people are getting involved. First, we posting blogs on Wednesday morning. So every Wednesday morning, you're gonna see a blog with pictures to add to the patterns and the videos that I already done it for you. Then you have video that is going to be launched that same day on Wednesday. So with your blog, you get a video on YouTube where you can see me making the blog and show you everything and address anything possibly I can do. And you've seen my videos, they work so well. And then every following Friday on our live show, we will be talking about the blog as well, and just checking in with you. So if you have questions, if you have any problems, if you need anything from us, or you just need us to tell you how awesome you are and show us your blogs, then please do that. Post those blogs, email to us, and we'll be talking about them Friday. So Wednesday blog, Wednesday YouTube, and then Friday follow up. And we're shifting everything 1 week. So not 15, the following Wednesday would be our first one. And I would also send out a reminder about that. And like I said, with the first one, I'm showing you how I pick up color combination, how I mix and match everything. And I hope your quilt is gonna be amazing, but the most important that you will have fun with it. So this is our stars upon stars. I'm gonna put it to the side. All that I'm gonna bring it closer to me is our fret quarter bundle from our Primrose collection. This is where I'm starting with my colors. Just to show you. Notice this is an old block. This was my practice block, by the way. You remember I told you when I do a quilts that are a little bit more difficult, I love to do a practice block, and then I take that practice block and frame it as a little wall hanging and use it as my humble beginnings. Okay, my humble beginnings. During this block I work on how to make my star, what works, what doesn't, where to push pin, how can I improve, which way the seam allowance needs to go. So I'm gonna be doing this with you through those 3 weeks, and maybe your first block you want to just frame it and use it as your practice block. Oh, you're gonna say, I got this, girl, I got this, I'm doing it the whole quilt like you, and we're gonna be quilting together. So notice that the color, how incredible. This is old, this is new. And this Primrose collection is what it's my startup piece right there. I have a hair right on my eye that it's just pulling and driving me crazy. I'm so sorry. So right there, the Primrose collection is gonna be wonderful startup point. You can get a Fat 8 bundle, put it next to all your beautiful fabrics that you have, and start pulling from them and collect. Maybe you're picking a completely different color scheme for your quilt. Maybe you're going modern, maybe you're going solid. I love to hear about it. So please make sure you post pictures and you tag them hashtag star upon stars. And I love to see them because there's so many beautiful quilters out there that have such a good taste. I love to see what you do with your fabrics. So Primrose though is gonna be my startup point, and that's what I'm doing. I'm super excited about it. My scrappy lights and scrappy darks fabric are perfect fillers for any areas that I need, and those are my add to it to go if I want those extra low scraps. And of course, I keep putting my hand in my basket of tiniest low scraps that I thought I should not keep it, and now there are perfect little additions here or there for low sparkle. And with our first video, you're gonna see something super special, so stay tuned and watch that one. All right, now back to my visit to Manteca and going to the show. It was incredible. I've met so many wonderful quilters. The ladies are so talented in that area. They have a lovely show. It was so nice to see you guys travel from so far away to see me. I very much appreciate. My hand was cramping up from signing book, but I did not complain. I was just thrilled to be there because I don't get out and see you guys too often. Next month, I'm going to be at another show, and I'm actually gonna post it on my website. Upcoming events, I'm going to another show. I'm going to East Coast, so stay tuned. I wanted to see you guys up there. It's going to be 2 classes. We're gonna have a booth, and I'm doing my favorite presentation called Reason for Quilts. Reason for Quilts. What a beautiful presentation. So that presentation is gonna happen uh, at this event. All of the information we will post it online so that way you know where I'm going to be. And if you want to see me, come on up and we visit. So more about it as we come closer to it. Now, when I was at the show, I picked some things for myself and I thought, I maybe should add them to our website. So we did. We add those to our website because guess what? I got a pattern for this cutest ever little project. This one is from Tracy. She's from Plum Cute Design, and Tracy does a little like a mix of embroidery with wool and fabric appliques. I thought was super cute, and I'm already getting excited about the summer and 4th of July and all the holidays. I'm going to family reunion, so I thought, oh, this project is gonna be so cute. So her patterns are super nice. Right there, look at this pattern she has. So we have them on our website if you want to purchase the pattern. We don't have kits for this little project, but maybe if you guys are interested, just let us know and we're gonna go ahead and make some wonderful kits, so we can do that for you. She also have a stunning book that I picked it up for myself. I love those little tiny stitching projects. So this one called Stitched So Sweet. I love it. I think it's so nice. Look at the cute little spool. And I love how she's using the wool with the embroidery. Very, very nice. Her stitches are simple. I think this is such a nice beginner project, good explanation. And this is one of the books that was published by Martingale. So it's a really nice book. You know, Martingale always put up such a sweet quality. And I definitely wanted to make that little needle holder that is really nice. I don't know, we maybe make some cute little kits, and she looks so beautiful on the back page. Look at her picture. So Tracy, so proud of you. Those are some of the things that we're gonna add to our website. I'm gonna keep this on the table because it's just beautiful. I want to have this right next to me. And speaking keeping things on the table, I want to bring this closer to me and show you some other things that I have. I also picked one more thing. I don't know why. This just completely stole my heart. West Coast Wool, Beth from West Coast Wool, have the cutest pin cushions. Look at this pin cushion. Isn't it beautiful? I was so grateful and so thankful. She gave me this pin cushion from me. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I have I'm gonna be putting pins in it. I'm just gonna admire, hold it, carry, and I did buy a kit because I want to make one too. Oh, I don't have it on the table. And I also bought a kit for the second one she had. She had the little strawberries. I thought I'm gonna make this. This kit was really nice. So if you want a kit, go visit her. She is the West Coast Wool, and we're gonna put her information, but we do have the patterns and we will add them to our website. So we have some new fun projects. I didn't design them, but I'm so excited about them. We do have some embroidered designs coming in from Laundry Basket Quilts. I think you guys going to really, really like them. I think you're gonna enjoy them. Have a little surprise for you. But that's a little later. For now, I also want to bring your attention. If you're a beginner, I love this little sampler, 30-day sampler. Every day you learning a new stitch. This is really nice and includes the little hoop, a fabric, threads, everything is in it. We have it on our website. And then I also very much enjoy those cute little projects. They're printed right on the fabric and they're really sweet. The also on our website. So if you want to go visit, we have some embroidered things. We have beautiful threads to embroider from Orfil, and my favorite, this is the one that I took at home, is this big set. I know it's a little expensive, but once you get it, you're not gonna regret. You have every color, and how can you go wrong with a rainbow in a box? I mean, come on. You will enjoy it so much. So this is a really nice one, and this is the threads that I'm gonna be using for some of our embroidery designs that we're getting ready. And speaking of the ones that we're getting ready and the ones that we already have, One of my favorite things is also we have those pre-printed panels from French General, so you can purchase them. They're really nice because you can go ahead and stitch right over. We have them on our website. We don't have many of them, so if you want one, go and grab one. But we have this, and this is one of my favorites, and I designed this one already quite a few years ago, and I just want to bring your attention to it. Did you notice all the lines are beautifully delicately printed for you in this light charcoal gray onto the website? And this fabric is the most beautiful linen, soft and silky. It is stunning, and it gets softer as you work with it or when you wash it. And this design is perfect to stitch around the edges and just embroider. Or if you wanted to, we have pre-cut packages of beautiful pieces, and you can go ahead and put pieces right on it and just iron them on and then stitch by machine. Or if you want it, you can do just some of the pieces and the rest embroider. I know you want to see it done, you want to see the quilt. I have the quilt with me. This quilt got so much attention in Manteca, I thought I have to bring it back and show it to you. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? And the panels are so nice because they're pre-printed. You can go ahead, start playing with it. Look at this, how fabulous it looks. And I want to just show you, oh, for example, look at this, the border is pre-printed. Right now we are sold out of the border, but we are getting more of it, so we have it on order. Look at, I saved one leaf that I didn't applique, so you can just see it how it's done. But it's so nice to have the layout already for you done. I think it is amazing. Now all these wonderful things can be done by machine or by hand. I pulled up this because I want to do some embroidery with my beautiful new box, okay? So I thought, oh, this would be great if I do low shading. Look at all the greens. If I start up right here with the darker one and go from the darker down to the light, then go ahead and do my low flowers, maybe do some French nuts in the middle. Nothing fancy. You don't have to do a lot, but having the lines already perfectly drawn for you, I think that is the key. And this is what we're going to do. We're gonna have a bunch of cute little designs already pre-printed for you, and all that you have to do, just find a little time, grab a little thread, and start embroidery. I don't want to accidentally take one of the pieces that I have ready here for this project, because guess what, in just a few minutes I'm gonna show you how I do the shooting star, and I have 12 points right there in the shooting star. Remember the number 12. That's maybe something I'm gonna ask you later on. So those are available on our websites. For the lucky charm, we have the borders, we have the blocks, maybe something you want to enjoy it. If you're waiting for our quilt along and you're looking for a small project, those going to be perfect. Oh, I finally got that hair on my face. It was driving me crazy. Guys, I can't believe it was stuck right under my glasses. Oh, small projects. If I'm waiting for something, I love to make small things like pincushion, low things, low quilts. And speaking of low quilts and low girls, I have a low niece, Olivia, that it's not feeling too hot right now. She has been a little bit under the weather. I'm making her one of those. I have to. The little butterfly for her dolly, wouldn't that be nice? I think it's gonna perk her up a little bit and make her feel a little bit better. So this weekend I'm gonna be making it one of those low quilts. I don't think I'm gonna go for the really small one. I'm gonna go for a tiny bigger one, and we have a kit that it has 7-inch pre-cut blocks. So I think it's the same design, it's the butterflies, but in this one the blocks are 7-inch. So I think maybe this one, less blocks, a little bit bigger butterflies, I can get this done over the weekend. So we have those on our website, and I love it that everything is pre-cut. This kit includes your backgrounds, pre-cut batik butterflies, binding, and a cute little backing for your quilt. All that you need is a little bit of time. So, and it's super easy. You don't need directions, you don't need a layouts or anything. If you do need directions, use the ones from the little guy for just the assembly, but the sizes, remember, this is 7 inches, this is only 5 inches blocks for that little cutie that I just showed you. You need to see it again. Okay, hold on, let me show you. And if you like doll quilts, this quilt and 32 other little quilts are in our Little Handful of Scraps book. Little Handful of Scraps. Erin, do we have one here in the office, Little Handful of Scraps, that I can show to the girls? I love to, because maybe you have a little girl that you want to surprise and do something nice for her. So that's Little Handful of Scraps. Thank you, Erin. Very much appreciate. So this is Little Handful of Scraps, and we have so many beautiful antique quilts as an inspiration in the beginning. Oh, and of course, once again, this is my mom right here. Can you imagine my mom? And this is my grandma with all the children. She had 14 children, and my mom was one of the older ones, so she always take care of somebody. She was telling me this when she was sharing this picture with me. And look at this, all those beautiful little quilts. And by the way, our Stars Upon Stars little quilt is right here in this pattern right here, so you can go ahead and also use this direction if you want to just make one low block. Now the quilt for butterflies is a little bit further down, I believe. Yeah, if I have missed it, I'm sorry, but it is in this book. So oh, there it is. I knew it. Isn't it, Taylor? Such a cute little block. So you can either use our laser cut, pre-cut pieces, or trace the pattern and make this fun little project. So that's something you need to think about it. And speaking of little projects, and if you do embroider by machine, I recommend use the wonderful invisible threads or use the Aurifil threads. And I chose this little package because it has all the multicolors. Don't forget the non-stick, super non-stick needle from Schmidt's is so good for embroidery. And just a little advice, if your pieces are, when you're stitching and your needle is googing out and sticking, that means you did not press enough your pieces. So you have to go ahead, take the project back to the ironing and press a little bit more to melt all of this fusible webbing away. So just sticks the fabric, but it's not too sticky and then doesn't gook up your needle. And also remember, wipe your needle, use the Macrotex needle, and make sure you use the right size of a needle, so that way the needle makes a hole big enough to pull the thread, okay? But more about the machine embroidery another time. Today I want to show you a project from our book called A Season in Blue. We are doing this project right now as our quilt along, because remember, beginning of the month, every month we choosing a block or few blocks from a quilt from our beautiful book A Season in Blue. And this quilt got so much attention, so I want to just quickly take time and go over this one. But before I start, I'm gonna cover this a little bit so you can count. I should cover the quilt, but how many pieces do I have in my block? In one block, and I'm gonna choose the fifth person that answer, and that person, I'm gonna treat it for a little butterfly quilt so they can spread the wings and fly, spread their wings and fly. And guess what, there are 12 butterflies in this little project. I just looked at it on the package, so this is really cute. Oh, I am so excited for this one. So excited.
We have a winner.
Stop. That's amazing.
Yep, we have a winner. It is Marie Sophie.
So how many pieces?
12.
Fantastic. Are you guys ready to learn this shooting star with me? Please say yes. Please say yes. Michael says yes. He wants to learn. And Erin said yes. And Erin didn't see this presentation. She had to stay back at the office. I went with Michael to the show. So Erin, you're gonna have to learn this. You're gonna be using templates for this block called Shooting Star. I've developed this technique many years ago with our Dresden Star, then Shooting Star. I call this quilt Blooming Star because of the beautiful applique that it's right there. You're gonna use two templates. With the larger template, you're gonna cut the larger pieces just by using your rotary. You're gonna then take your pieces, you're gonna fold it right sides together. You're gonna stitch from here straight down to the point. Remember, always start here and go to the point. Don't start at the point because sometimes things can shift and it would be off, and you're not gonna want to do that. Now with just a little flip, you're gonna turn the seam right side up and the piece right side up, so that way center up your seam in the back. You're gonna use a little stiletto to push and poke that center to make sure that you have a nice point. This is not paper piece, so the point is not gonna be completely straight. It's gonna have a little round edge on it. You have to accommodate the fabric that you have in there to turn it right side up. Now you're gonna repeat this 12 times because you need 12 of them. And thank you. Who won? I missed the name.
It was Sophie Marie.
Sophie Marie knew that it was 12 of them. Thank you, Sophie, for listening and paying attention, and congratulations. You're gonna get a kit for our little butterfly. Make sure you email us your address. So I'm saving your kit right next to me, okay? Now, once you finish all your beautiful blades, and I have few of them done right here, I'm gonna go ahead for my second step, and from a strip of fabric with the second template, you're gonna start cutting triangles. You just see this movement I'm showing because I imagine you're gonna cut, flip the template, cut, flip, cut, and you're gonna cut up 12 of them because you need 12 also for the points. You're gonna start by folding a 1/4 inch right here on the top. Then you're gonna beautifully fold it in half. You're gonna take one of the points, you're gonna go ahead, match all the raw edges right there, but the most important is this line, and you want to put your point right onto the line right there, as high as you can, right onto it, okay? So that way you have another one, you place it right over another blade, and now you can just go ahead and start stitching. And I put this right under the foot of my sewing machine and make a first stitch and stitch it right down. As soon as I finish stitching, look at this, I'm gonna go ahead, open up this beautiful seam right there, so I can equally distribute fabric to the left and the right. I'm gonna put this down onto my ironing board, and now I'm going to press and make a beautiful point. Did you see what I just did? I go ahead, press, and made a point. I'm going to repeat this when I sew my sets of 4. First, I'm gonna sew 6 sets of 2, then 3 sets of 4. I'm gonna always be putting a white light point in between all my seams, and eventually I'm gonna have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful star that now I can, and look at exactly what I told you. I'm gonna place my star onto the background, and it doesn't make a difference. If you want it, you can point those towards this, or you can point a V towards the side, so you can rotate this anywhere you want it. I do it either way. In my one of my quilts, I have it pointed this way if it's just fine. In this one, I laid my block that I have a V going in. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of glue to secure this in place, or you can pin every single point so nothing shifts, and with a beautiful needle and a thread and just a simple slip stitch, I'm going to pick a little bit of the back and then slip on a side right there. Do you see? Gently, and applique and pull. And I'm using Orville thread 50 weight for my applique, and I'm using glided thread because I'm matching to the background, because I'm really gently squeezing right there so I can see that side. And now I can go ahead and again grab. I'm gonna pull this so you see what happened here. Look at my thread is holding this. not enough of my applique, so I want a little bit more, You want to make sure that your stitches are gentle, but they're grabbing enough. And speaking of grabbing and pulling, most important when you hand applique, don't pull this thread. When you pull it, you make little notches right there through your applique. You want to be just gentle tension on the thread. One more stitch just for you guys, not because I love it and I love to sit here and stitch with you and just visit, but I just want to show you. So look at how easy this is, and just keep going. It's so relaxing when you have it a little closer. I'm having on a table, I have to bend it down, but when you have it a little closer and then you finish one point, this one is already done, applique, I'm gonna go for a next one and next one. You can take this with you when you travel, prepare your block, and once you finish applique the outside, you go ahead and prepare a circle using the pattern that it's in a book, or we have individual pattern for it. Let me show you the pattern. It looks just like this, and those are the templates. And now you're gonna prepare your circle, because the next step is just to cover the raw edges on the inside. Now just little advice, make one circle, put it over. If it covers perfectly and you are pleased with it, then go ahead applique. If your circle covers too much of your points, then go ahead and make that circle a little bit smaller, because you maybe need to adjust, depends what 1/4 inch seam allowance you have used on your points. If something shrink a little bit during pressing, remember, don't over press. You want to be nice and gentle. And later on, I'm gonna applique this. I'm gonna leave those just sitting 3-dimensional and having fun. Yes, you can. If you want to applique them down, fine. I like the 3-dimensional look, so that's what I did. I left them, and then when I machine quilted this quilt, I quilted edge to edge. I made sure I used the bowl of food for my machine, so I didn't grab this accidentally and ripped it, because it was just standing up. But I love the 3-dimensional look to it. Really gives such a nice fun look to the star. So that's that. Now I think we need a second winner for today. Somebody needs to win a template and a pattern from us. And I'm gonna ask you, how many butterflies I had in my little butterfly quilt? Let's see if you have paid attention. I'm hiding that quilt because I don't want you to peek at it. I don't want you to peek at it. So how many butterflies we had? Michael wants to see. Look at this. Hi, Michael. Michael wants to see how many butterflies. How many butterflies I have in my little butterfly kit and little butterfly quilt.
Ooh, they are coming in.
Coming in, we're gonna choose the 10th person that answer.
Okay.
The 10th person, we're gonna make a nice fair and square. And in the meantime, I'm going to pull some cute things in front of me, because oh guys, there are so many beautiful things that I want to share with you. So many beautiful things. We have it? Do we have somebody?
And it was the 10th person?
Yes. Guys, you're so amazing. You know, once we start our quilt-along, those Fridays, I think we're gonna treat you for a little bit more game show, so pay attention. We're gonna leave little clues here or there, so watch our shows, pay attention. But when we start our Star Upon Star quilt-along, I'm gonna incorporate some fun games for those 3 shows, for those 3 live shows. And
our winner was
yes,
Trisha Moore.
Trisha Moore, congratulations. You have just won a beautiful blooming star pattern and a beautiful set of our shooting star templates that are perfect to cut this lovely quilt. Also, I just want to remind you guys, for anybody that don't like to cut, we have Acu dies for this shape, so you can cut it with your die machine. So that's that. And I don't want to forget to show you, we just made them. I asked the girls not to put it in a bag, so you can really see those beautiful fabrics. We have this brand new kit. This kit is for our blooming star. We only have few of them. We have the original border on this quilt right there, that I have it in my design on the pattern. It's not on this quilt. We already out of that one when I was making mine. So it's the one that you have it in a picture. So that is super special. I love this piece of fabric. Is from our Perfect Union collection. We will have more of those kits. So sign up if they sell out. Signed up, and we will make more of them. I am so excited for you guys. Oh, you might be just want to grab a bundle of our gorgeous brand new primrose color, blue escape fabrics. Blue escape. Juliet was so kind and put them in a baggie for me and fold them so nice. Juliet is one of our girls that folds, and I just want to take a moment and tell you something, guys. I was going back and forth because I don't want to cry, but I want you to know the difference that you make on a daily basis for us, for our small business, but also for this community here. So I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of times we reach out to our Navy wives if they look for jobs, and we love to hire them. And guess what? Because of such an amazing response to our Stars Upon Stars, we were able to hire 4 new people, and 3 of the girls are our new Navy wives. So please know how thankful we are for your support, because we can pass it on and have those girls come and work with us. We enjoy the company, and I know they enjoy having something to do as their husbands are serving our country. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I have makeup on. I can't cry today. The next step, I have to go for a picture. So can do it. Now back to our Blue Escape. Juliet was the one that folded this awesome bundle for you guys. And with this bundle, I want to tell you that if you wanted to do this quilt, perfect. If you want to do it bigger, you need a fat quarter for 1 star. So just think about it when you're growing your quilt. You need fat quarters. This is a half-yard bundle, what it's really, really nice. And I actually pulled that half-yard bundle because I want to show you our Pioneer Log Cabin again. So many of you love that quilt. We sold out at the show from the patterns and the kits, and it's one of my favorites, and we're not gonna have this quilt for a long time, this kit. So I want to make sure that if you want this kit, you get it. But this is what we got. This calls Pioneer Log Cabin. It's a beautiful, beautiful quilt. And what is so special about this quilt is that we have a pre-cut kit. So we have a pre-cut kit. I'm gonna show you again how it looks. Hold on, look at this. This is all the pieces pre-cut, and you can make the exact quilt that I just showed you. In this kit, we also include border, backing, and binding. This is one of not many kits that we including the backing in it. Yes.
Can you show it again? I'll just hold it still
Yes.
for a second.
I'm gonna show it again. Michael requested for you guys. Look at this. So look at all the pieces are pre-cut. We shrink wrap them. There's blocks that are half light, half dark. The blocks that are all light, and blocks that are all dark. Because you need 32, half a half dark, half light. Then you need 16 all lights, and then you need 16 all darks to make this beautiful star design, okay? This is one of my oldest designs that I have. I have redid this quilt many times in many different colors, but this blue and light version of this quilt, it is just so beautiful. The quilting on it is so special, but so many of you keep going back to our blog that we posted, and this is the original quilt. So look at that. This is just basic. Now, some of you are working right now, or some of you want to make the quilt bigger, and you can do it by adding another round of those beautiful log cabins. And I don't know why my brain goes, you can either get another kit. You will need a little bit more than a kit because there's more blocks on the border. So you would need a little bit more. You need 16 extra blocks to do this. Or you can go ahead into a stash, or go ahead And I don't know why. I love this fabric, and I would have done this if I were to do it a little bit with the darker pieces to frame it a little bit more. That would be a nice option. So you can do that. Or maybe you want to do stars around it. Again, a bundle like this could come very handy. Oh, forget it. You want to do trees. You can do the trees around it. That is beautiful option too. Or you can go ahead and do little houses and a trees as well. And I have 2 copies of that because we love that one so much. So if you want to, you can go ahead and get go to our blog, see everything I posted, because I listed how many trees you need on the side, how different the borders are, and so forth and so on. But with something like this, you can add to your quilt as well. So that's just ideas. And speaking of ideas, I have we also have regular kits for the log cabin. So if you wanted to, you can get a pre-cut kit and then regular kit to do those borders around it if you want the exact same colors that you have in a kit. We have a regular kit, and that way you can cut your stars or anything else, or you can go for the beautiful bundle of our Blue Escape. The kit also have extra borders, so if you're making your quilt bigger, you can combine the borders from the pre-cut kit and this one, and that way is big enough for a larger size. So don't forget, we have regular kits, and those regular kits are perfect to add a border around your pre-cut quilt. So right there you have a pre-cut, you have the regular one, and you can make a really nice big quilt. I love this. So those are just a few things that I wanted to share with you. The last thing I want to remind you, if you need lights, make sure you go to our website, take advantage and grab one of our lovely bundles from our Sea Breeze collection. Those are my brand new lights. Guess what? We have just reordered again because they are the best lights. I'm using them in a lot of kits. They are just stunning. They are perfect for blue and white quilts, patriotic quilts, or any quilts. I used some of them and added to some of the bundles just so you see a little taste of it. By far one of my personal favorites. And we have another collection later on in a year coming out called Cocoa Blues. Later on, the projects are stunning as Sea Breeze matches with that collection. So nice. And you're gonna see a lot of projects from Sea Breeze and some of the new collection combined coming together. So those are just a few things. Do we have any questions?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
We actually have quite a few coming in today, and a couple about Selena had a question about the Star Upon Stars quilt along, and she was just wondering, is she able to use Alaska star ruler instead of the templates?
Yes, you can. You don't need templates to make this quilt. I did the templates because many times the marking more for marking of the points than even cutting. Just marking the points where you sew, especially for my beginners. I love when you guys mark and that we know exactly, you pin the beginning, you pin the end, and you sew it, and then you open like perfect, you know, and it allows you help you line the pieces correctly if you can mark the pieces. And when you start watching the video, you maybe just want to start with just what you have. Start with the pattern, make sure you have the fabric, start ready, set, go, watch the video, start with one block, and then move on like, you know, I'm still don't know how to match the pieces. I think I need the templates, and then go for the templates. Also, a lot of girls that do hand sewing are using the templates. I like to cut with my ruler and the templates because the templates allow me to cut from my smallest scraps. I put a template over, it fits, I cut it. Now I finally use that fabric that I have saved that little tiny swatch of it. So that's why templates are there. But yes, you can use Alaska ruler because it has the 45-degree angle. I'm gonna show in my videos how you can use that ruler as well as you using regular ruler, just to make sure that you guys utilizing and using everything that you ever buy from me, because I love you and I so much appreciate. But speaking of Alaska ruler, we have new projects coming out from Alaska ruler with the next few collection. We have a Century Solid collection that is gonna come out, their project with Alaska ruler in those, and then later on we have some other projects. I made daffodils with Alaska ruler. You guys going to just love that. So some new stuff coming out. So keep that Alaska ruler close to you, because you will use it for a lot of different projects from Laundry Basket Quilts. But yes, to answer your question, easy, you can use it because you can cut 45-degree angle.
Thank you
So
so
for
much.
the diamonds, for the squares and the half square triangle, just use a regular ruler.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Awesome.
you. Suzanne actually had another template question, and she was wondering, do you ever put a sticky tape underneath so that on the template when
Love
you cut?
guys. I love these questions. They're the best questions ever, and I'm so glad they're coming right now. And I'm also gonna remind you about this through our blogs and videos. So your templates come like this, and we don't peel the paper on the back, because I leave that paper so when you put it, it doesn't shift and move. I think that's enough friction that it's not gonna shift and move. Also, if you notice that anything is shifting and moving, put the side that has the writing on it down. That also grabs the fabric a little bit better. I usually don't put a double sticky tape because it's just such a small piece. I just put it, cut it. I don't have to wear it too much. If you need it, go ahead, use a double sticky tape, and then you can use it back and forth. Eventually the sticky tape will wear out, but you can do that as well. But that's why I leave the paper, so the templates don't shift so much. And in the set, I have included just about anything that I could think of that maybe you could need, was the same price. So I was like, yes, let's include those. So when you finish your block, I have your square that's supposed to be finished. When you finish the other star, I have that done for you. For this smallest little stars, you could use individual little stars to sew, or you do the strip piecing, then you finish your diamond, you again can place this over and square it out. That way, as we going through the process, we learning, we making, we enjoying it. And I just want to tell you, anytime anything is wrong, please email me so I can fix it, so I can adjust it for all of us. And I'm so glad that somebody said something, that the measurements were different in a book than in a pattern for the length of the strip. It brought my attention to it. I immediately fixed it so that way exact the same, and everything is moving forward really nice. But do not stress, I got this for you. We will have fun and we will enjoy each other's company. And I am so thankful to you that you guys are so generous with your kind comments and everything, and so gentle to me, to tell me if I make a mistake, because I am very sensitive. Any other questions?
We had one other question about the Star Upon Stars, and Twyla was wondering, that sample block that you showed, is that the actual size of the blocks in the quilt?
Yes. Can you imagine? Those are the blocks that we're gonna be making. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm super, super excited for that one for you guys. So that's actual block. Please don't fear the size that it's small. Smaller, little bit easier, because you don't have long areas to sew from A to B, to stretch the fabric, to pull. If you're cutting your diamonds, something stretch. Really, we're gonna take our time. You're gonna check your 1/4-inch seam allowance. We're gonna work through it. Your practice block is gonna show truly your 1/4-inch seam and what to do, and we'll be fine. I'm telling you. Just come on and quilt with me. This is the one in a lifetime chance to do a quilt that is just spectacular. And boy, do I have some amazing new designs. Speaking of spectacular quilts coming up, I'm so excited. I don't know why. This year, I'm all into like really fun, difficult quilts, but the challenge really gives such a rewarding feeling, when you achieve your goals. So I'm excited what's coming out for you guys. Any other questions?
Um,
Because I want to grab my jacket and go. Speaking of my jacket, I have it right here because you know what? We just restocked this kit. I want to show you again. Look at this beautiful jacket. So I'm super excited about putting it on and run out of here. But speaking of jacket, this comes from our beachcomber pattern. It's a simple jacket made on a sweatshirt. Remember, when you're using your sweatshirt, get a sweatshirt that it's at least 1-2 sizes bigger. Bigger, better, because when you start washing your jacket, it's gonna start shrinking and so forth. So you want to have it big enough. I learned that lesson. My next one, I'm definitely doing a big and bulky, especially that the weather got so much cooler outside. So I want to wear sweaters underneath. So definitely working on some of those. We have a kit available on our website, so if you want to grab a kit. And we also have some of the sweatshirts. If they're sold out, I'm so sorry. We will have more, but just go in your closet or go to Salvation Army, get an old sweatshirt. You're gonna cover the sweatshirt with fabric anyway. And sometimes the old sweatshirts are really nice because they're already strong and they're soft, they're fun, and it's easy to cover with beautiful fabric. Now, one more time, I just want to remind you, once you make your panels, cover anything you have. I want to bring this here. Notice it. I made my panels for the back. Those are piece. Here I just use any scraps, any leftover, anything that I have. I just added to cover because I had to adjust it to make sure that my sweatshirt fit really nice. Okay, last question.
do we have a sale going on?
Yes. Oh my gosh, guys, I totally forgot to tell you. Do not miss this. For next 2 more days, we have an awesome 15% sale on all our PDFs. So if you didn't get Stars Upon Stars yet for our quilt alone, just click on a button, download, get a 15% off, and it is a wonderful, wonderful way to try our patterns. Tell your friends about it. And speaking of telling your friends about it, guys, I need your help. I need your help. Tell your friends about our live show. Tell them about us. We need you to share that we are awesome. Don't keep this secret just to yourself. Give your friend a gift of watching our shows and enjoy quilting with us. We very much appreciate you guys. Love you. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I can't wait to see you next week. So remember, on Wednesday, don't be disappointed. We're gonna post a blog to remind you that the quilt alone is starting not next week, but the week after, simply because we want to make sure that all of you get your fabric, get your templates, and be ready for us to quilt Stars Upon Stars. And if you have any other comments, any other concerns, email us, point to it, so that way I make sure that when we're doing our Stars Upon Stars, I didn't miss anything. And remember, I'm only human. Happy quilting!